Hey everybody, Big Anklevich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore, and it is day 30 of the Beef, Butter, Bacon, and Eggs Challenge here on Big Anklevich on health. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the daily videos, and then I'll talk a little bit more about them on the other side. Okay, it's day 30, which is Friday. And I'm fasting today, so coming out to the car is not working like it usually does, though, because today it's rainy and overcast, and it's just not as warm in here. You know, it's not by any means cold, but the sun is just not bearing down on the car, warming it up really hot. So I can't put my fingers onto the dashboard and warm them back up or anything like that, so kind of a bummer. Today I did things differently as part of this fast. I don't know if I did it right, but I did it differently. I've heard about fat fasts in the past, and I thought I should try one of these, and today I finally did. And I don't know if I'll try one again. I don't think it served me the way it's supposed to. I brought this big old cube of butter that you see here in this picture, and to start off, you know, I started getting hungry right around noon when I tend to eat lunch, and I thought, okay, it's time to take the edge off that hunger, and so I took 2 big old bites of that butter, and it was cold when I took it. It was really gross. It was not good, and I just ate it solid as butter, and it grossed me out, I'll have to admit. But the weird thing was, the edge came off of my hunger. However, it didn't last for very long. It came off my hunger for all of like 10 or 15 minutes, and then I was hungry again. I felt hungry still. And while I was driving to work, I ate the rest of that cube of butter, and it wasn't as hot because, you know, it wasn't as cold, sorry, because I'd been driving in the car, and so the butter had been warming up, so it wasn't quite as nasty as the first time. But gosh, the more I think about it, the more it makes me cringe, shiver, just it was not good. I think most people normally, when they do a fat fast, they make, you know, the bulletproof coffee. They melt butter into their coffee. I don't drink coffee. It doesn't appeal to me. I could drink coffee if, you know, I was allowed to put a whole bunch of cream and sugar and caramel and I don't know what, all the stuff into it that people, you know, do when they turn their freaking coffee into basically a milkshake, and then say, yeah, I need my coffee. And it's like, are you sure you need your coffee? Because that looks like a milkshake. I could do that, but I cannot do black coffee. Black coffee is just fouler than foul, so I do not drink it. It makes you wonder who it was that first made coffee and thought, yeah, this is what I should have every day in the morning. Because they didn't have the sugar and the cream and all that stuff going into it back then. They just tried it for the first time. And who came up with that recipe in the first place? Just weird. All that stuff is just kind of weird. How many people died when they didn't do the coffee right because they got too much, I don't know, oxalate poisoning or something like that. Does coffee have oxalates? I'm not sure. But it is a bean, so probably. Anyways, I got off track, but I was talking about a fat fast, yeah. And so I ate all that butter, and the thought of it keeps making me cringe like that. I'm sorry. But yeah, then, you know, I was like looking forward to see how it would make things different. Would I not be so cold because of that? Or would I not be so hungry because of that? What would be the difference in the fast? You know, the idea is that it's supposed to make the fast easier. And I got to work and I felt hungry, like I normally do. It didn't really seem to make much of a difference. And I got cold, maybe slightly less cold, although, you know, it could just be because the weather's different. And so the air conditioning's not going as fiercely as it usually does. So, I don't know. I don't think I'll do another fat fast. It doesn't seem to work like I want it to. And I don't know, you know, what kind of damage it did to my fast. You know, did I get the same benefit as I normally would? I know that fat doesn't bring up your insulin nearly as much as protein or carbohydrates do, but it does bring it up some. You know, did I kill my fast? I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll do another fast after the weekend, so that'll take care of that. Anyways, that was day 30.
Hey, today it's day 30 of the beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge. And I went back to OMAD today. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to. I thought maybe something had changed. So I did bring some frozen burgers, with a couple frozen burgers with me to work, and put it in the fridge. But I never needed to have it. I was full from the day before, and so I was able to go through the day without having anything at work. And after I got home for a little bit, I did actually cook up some of those burgers on the barbecue. I cooked up several so that I'd have some that were already pre-cooked to go to. And so I had 2 beef patties with butter on it, and then I had also cooked up about a pound of bacon. And I ate all of that pound of bacon and the 2 burgers. And yeah, usually I have the bacon with the eggs. I guess sometimes I have it with other things. But yeah, the beef patties and the bacon, you know, it was 2 great tastes that taste great together. So I think, you know, having the butter on there helped it make the burgers taste better. Not that burgers are bad, but just that butter makes it just a little bit more, I don't know, moist, savory. I don't know what you call it, but it tasted really good. And of course, it probably filled me up some more. So yeah, with the bacon and the beef, it's two of the, no, I had butter too. I just didn't throw any eggs in today. So, which is fine. I don't need to have eggs every day. And I had a bunch of those yesterday. So yeah, back on OMAD. We'll see how it goes. Tomorrow is Saturday. So I'll be home all day pretty much. There might be a couple running around stuff I need to do, but it's a little bit harder to do OMAD when I'm sitting at home rather than busy at work. So I'll try to keep myself busy with other things and try to do OMAD again tomorrow. I do really enjoy the OMAD way of life. It does keep things simple, but I'm not holding myself a slave to it. I don't have to do OMAD. If I feel like eating, or more particularly not just feel like, because feel like is, yeah, I could feel like eating all the time. But if I am realistically hungry, then I'm going to eat something. I'm not going to, I mean, if I was fasting like Big is, an alternate day fasting, and my goal was to fast for 40 hours, then yeah, I would just make myself not eat. But that's not what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to eat 1 meal a day. But if I am really hungry, I'm going to eat something. So I don't have to, I don't know. So just because that's what I'm doing right now. And I might try to fast Sunday. I think that'll be a good day to fast. So I at least 24 hours, maybe, well, it'll probably be more than 24 hours, right? So I'm going to eat today in the evening, and then I probably won't eat at least for, well, we'll see. I'll let you know when the day comes, when it comes.
So there you go. Marshall is getting back into the swing. He took a day off of his one meal a day because he was feeling crummy, feeling hungry. And then today he was back at it. And maybe he'll be back off it tomorrow. We'll see, because it's Saturday, and that's different. So that is what's going on with Marshall, and I think he's got a good plan. I think it's important not to be too dogmatic about it. You don't have to go for a certain amount of time. I've never been that way. I just even when I'm doing alternate day fasting, I just start when I'm done eating that last time. And then I finish in the morning, whatever that turns out to be. And you've seen me, sometimes my fast is as short as 36 hours. Other times it's as long as 44 hours. And you never know. Today, I tried that weird fat fast. And I didn't even manage to mention in my own video that also made me feel yucky. Like my stomach felt kind of gross all day long with that stick of butter just sitting in there all by itself. I don't know if that was just a mental thing or if that was legit, but I was not a fan of a fat fast. Maybe if I was like one of those guys that melts the butter into their coffee or whatever, then maybe that wouldn't be quite as bad. But yeah, it was not good the way I did it. Maybe I was not supposed to eat that much fast. That could be a problem. Did I say fast? Not eat that much fat. That could be a problem too. Maybe, just the first 2 bites of butter was all I should have had, or less. I don't know. It's my first time and kind of trying it blind. And I wasn't a fan. I'm not saying that you should never do it. Maybe you'll like it. Give it a shot. See what you think. The idea is that your fat doesn't raise your insulin very much at all, whereas carbohydrates raises it a lot, and protein raises it some. Fat raises it a very minimal amount. So the more fat you eat, if you eat fat while you're fasting, generally the idea is it won't actually kick you out of your fasting state. I don't know if that worked, and I really won't know because I'm not going to weigh myself or do anything to really be able to figure it out. The only way I can know whether it worked is how I felt, and I didn't feel so good, so I don't think it was worth it. So I probably won't do it again. My next fast is going to be 72 hours, so that seemed like would have been a good fast to take the edge off of, but I'm not going to do it because it wasn't worth it. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll do a regular old fast, nothing but water, and I guess maybe some salt if I feel icky. Yeah, that is day 30 on Big Anklovich on health.